If you search rolls from the bank, or you search your pocket change, or you just pick up coins and look for different things on coins, you must watch this video. It is so important that you watch this video. I don't know how to stress it any more than that. I'm a coin dealer and I own a coin shop. I have been around coins all my life and I'm 50 years old, okay? And I want to show you something, and this is just really, this isn't all of it, but I want to show you my damaged coin collection. Let me show you. Here are the many coins that I have, and I mean I have more than this. I'm going to show you some of them. I'm going to try to explain some things that is very important that you need to know about coins and how to find their values. I mean, what is a rare coin? What is a mint error? I mean, the first thing you need to understand is that if you find small anomalies on coins, they're just not going to be worth the money to send off and have graded. I'm getting all kinds of grading questions, all kinds of, is this rare? Coins don't need to be graded unless there are a listed variety that has a track record of selling for a lot of money. Okay, and you can find that by going to sold auctions. You can find that by going to PCGS Price Guide or NGC Price Guide, not Etsy, not Google searches. I can't stress it more to pay attention to what I'm trying to tell you. I know some people maybe have a language barrier, but use a price guide. Okay, find a price guide. That price guide will tell you. And if you need to know how much it costs to send off, call PCGS, call NGC, and ask them how much it would cost to have your coin graded. They will do that for you. It is very easy just to kind of pick up the phone, do a little bit of research on your own. And another thing, here's my help community on my website. It's just type in Coin Help You Community or coinauctionshelp.com/forum, okay? And it will take you to this site. And you can come over to the site, you go down to the Mint Error and Variety Forum, you post new topic, you can put a detailed title in, come down here to the attachments, add file from your computer, and then once it loads, you can see the green, it'll show you over here. Then you can hit a little description, what do you think it is or whatever, and then hit submit. And that's the best way of doing it. Then I have over 500 videos. All you have to do is use this little magnifier, click on that, and you can type in, like missing letters or just missing. Just type in missing and see what videos come up, because I've done, missing ghost letters, off coins, missing clad layer, missing gray pennies, mint error. I mean, all this stuff. I've made videos on almost every question that I've ever been asked since I started doing this. So it's very important to search my channel, go to my help community, and that's where you need to look for help. The comments on the videos don't help me out any because I can't see the coin. I don't have the time for phone calls or a bunch of emails on my business email. I have provided a help community over here to help people post what they need and ask their questions. And I also have all the videos that answer most people's questions. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of these coins from my collection that I have collected over the years. Some of them I created myself. That's another thing. If you can do it yourself in your garage or your work shed or at your house, then it probably didn't happen at the mint, more than likely. At the mint, whenever you're talking about over 100 tons of pressure, 120 to 160 tons of pressure on some of these coins, you can't create that at the house. Okay, that is a force that you do not have the strength to recreate. So that's why I tell people, if you can create it in your garage with a hammer and whatever, a vise, then it's not going to be the mint error that you think it is. So anyways, let's take a look at some of these coins. So first off, I'm starting off with a peace dollar, and this peace dollar has been cleaned. Okay, now the main thing about it is that it's encased. Someone encased it, and I've seen pictures of coins posted like this. This is artificial. This is not from the mint. The mint does not encase coins. Someone did this to make it a jewelry piece, and that's what you're seeing here. It's just encased. It's kind of hard to show you here. I want to focus on the edge. I don't want to keep adjusting this. But it's just artificial. It could be pulled off there. It's a damaged coin. It's not worth, any extra money. Basically, it's worth melt at this point. Then I have this Mercury Dime, okay? And it looks kind of funny. It looks like it has an extra large rim on the outside of it. But in reality, what someone did was, and you can do this with a lathe or some type of tool, and on the other side they put a 1939 Lincoln wheat cent, okay? Now it's damaged. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not mint made. Someone actually hollowed out the cent so that you could fit a Mercury dime, which is a smaller diameter, inside the wheat cent. Now it's kind of cool. I kept it, but it's one of those things that I bought in a collection years ago, or my dad did, and it's just something I put back. I kept all of these so I could show people. Some more examples of coins. Let's say Indian cents and I've had this in other videos before, but I want to show it in every single video. I want people to understand. All you have to do is take a little cutoff wheel on a Dremel, and you can create something like this. You don't even need that. You could probably even do it with just a small blade of something. But it's a damaged coin. It's unfortunate. It's actually a nice grade for a 63. But like I said, it's been damaged, and that's the pinwheel effect. It's not a mint air. Here's another Indian cent. And I see stuff like this a lot in the groups. And it's just basically, there's some stuff on it there, but it's just a smashed coin. It's just been cut, damaged, or beat on on the side. At the mint, this doesn't happen. And that's just very important to note. All these little tiny bumps and nicks and all that, that just means the coin is actually, I would say, probably hit on the sides from something. But that can definitely be created at home. Some of this, most of this, all of these coins actually were created at home, not just some of them. All of them have been. Here's another one. It's just been hit on the side, scraped on something, concrete, actually hitting the coin on something. It'll show you that damages the coin. And it has a little bit of solder on the back. So this one might have been pried out of something, because at one time it might have been part of a piece of jewelry, because it does have solder on the back. So someone underneath it gouged it out and pulled it out of the encasing that it was in, is potentially what happened to this coin. This is a dryer coin or a spoon coin. You can repeatedly beat or pound on the side of a coin with a spoon or another object, and you can cause this effect on a coin. It is not an error. A coin in a dryer tumbles and tumbles and tumbles. It can cause this effect a little bit too. Here's another coin that it's a dime, obviously. It has a hole in it. This was drilled into the coin. It's not a mint error. It didn't happen at the mint. Stuff like that does not happen at the mint. It can't. Another thing is, this is what people would typically think, oh, that's a strike through, right? Well, if you turn it over and the back shows a bump on it, it's not a strike through, because when you have the hammer die hitting the coin, and then on the other side of the coin is the anvil die, which is stationary, it won't allow for a bump like that. It'll still strike it fairly normal, but the strike through will be on one side. That's how you know that it's not a real strike through. So that's the 3 dimes, and then I have a nickel, and this nickel here has one little mark on it. Now, let's say this is a bent error. It's so minor, it wouldn't add any value to the coin. It actually distracts from the coin. So it's not an error. It's what someone took, maybe a pair of tin snips, and they cut on the coin, or tried to cut it. If you've ever took a pair of tin snips and tried to cut a coin, it is not easy. Try it sometime. It's not that easy at all. Then I have some quarters. Here's another quarter, and this one here has a hole in it as well. It shows the clad. That's why it's dark inside. And then on the other side, it shows where you can actually see the circular marks where the coin actually heated up enough under the drill bit that was used to drill this hole. This can't happen at the mint. You can't have a raised area on one side of the coin. The 2 dies are actually adjusted so they're just the right height of the planchet of this coin. So you can't have that. That should tell you right then and there that this coin is not a mint error. Same thing with this right here. I can take fine grit sandpaper and I can cause this to happen. I can rub it on something, like say put on the edge a little bit, and I can cause this to happen. The coin has been damaged. It's been rubbed on something. Like I said, you don't always have to know what happened to a coin. If you know it's damaged, you just don't want to waste your time with a coin when you know it's just damaged. You know, you want to move on to coins that are going to be worth some money or something. That's the whole thing. This is not even close. I mean, double dies are the most valuable varieties that you can find on coins. You know, there are other varieties. I get that, and they're worth some money. But your double dies are going to bring your most value. I would focus on the ones that are worth the most money. They're like lottery wins, and yeah, you can find these little anomalies and put them back and maybe label them what you think they are. Maybe eventually post a picture, but know that it's not an error. I mean, I have so many people want to argue about these being errors and tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I own them. I have them. I can create them. You know, and that's one of the things people don't realize. I mean, I do this a lot. I mean, I have a bunch, and I have a couple more of the spoon coins here. I get these. When I get them, I just keep them. And like I said, this can happen in the dryer. This can happen by someone spooning the sides of them. If you ever watch a video where they make coin rings, this will give you an idea of how some of this can happen if someone doesn't finish a coin ring. I'm not saying it looks exactly like that, but this is probably more like dryer coins. But I'm just giving you an example. They're just damaged coins. It doesn't add any value to them or anything like that. Here's some pennies that I did this myself. It does look like it might be a mint error on this side, and then when you turn it over, you realize that nope, it was on concrete, and I just did that on purpose just to show you how easy it is to create something. Like I said, it's not an error. Same thing with this. You can actually remove some of the copper layer, which is the plating on the coin, and you know this is just the zinc underneath. That's all it is. You know, it's nothing. It's discolored on the back, and like I said, the different collars doesn't mean it's a double die. It's not die. Double die means that the die itself was doubled. It's not about collar or having more than one collar. I know some people have confused that. Thought that's what a double die was. It's not DYE, it's DIE. Here's another. This coin here, you can take, there's a pair of pliers you can do this with. It's not easy to do. It takes a lot of strength, but you can. And that's what happened to this coin. It's not a mint error. I mean, I hate to keep saying that, but I just want people to understand that they're not mint errors. And when it's a damaged coin, you might see all kinds of little images or something different about it. You might think, oh, look at this part right here. Is that looks like it's part of another coin or something. It's not. It's just a gouge into the coin. A lot of people say this to me. They're like, look, this coin looks like it has something on it or it has something from the die, but it's so damaged it's not really going to matter in the first place, and more than likely you're just seeing things on the coin. I'm 100% confident that you're not going to get anywhere with coins like this. This is a 1943. It's a steel cent. Those are zinc plated steel cents, and this one here has also been cut. Like I said, tin snips, whatever it takes, scissors. I mean, it's very difficult to do this. I've tried to do these to coins. It's not that easy. I have one here somewhere that I did. I don't know where it's at, but I can show you some more here. Just kind of giving you example after example to show you. I mean, this right here is another one. Lately, I've had people argue with me that, you know, this has to be an error because they see certain shapes here and there. Maybe they think it's a counter strike or something like that. It's not. This coin is literally was on concrete, walked on or run over or pavement or something. It's just gouged and marked up, and that can create what they call false positives. Your eyes, when you're looking at things, it's like an optical illusion of some sort. It's an optical thing which is called pareidolia. And like I said, you see things in coins. You see shapes and images and things in coins. It's completely normal, but you can't think that it's an error. Here's another example. Cuts on a coin are not die cracks. This is obviously just cuts on the coin. It's not a mint error. It's on both sides. A lot of times you see something on both sides. It's not an error. And I've got a few more that shows the plating removed artificially. This can happen in dryers too. This one looks like it's a dryer coin as well, or at least starting to be a dryer coin. Then you have counter stamps, and I have all kinds of counter stamps I can show you. I'll show you one here. Now, unless you can identify who it is or what it is or a company, most of the time these are hard to sell. They're not really a collector's thing unless it's something that you can actually identify. But you can tell it's a counter stamp. Didn't happen to mint because you got a bulge back here on the back. That doesn't happen during the minting process. And the drop letters and all that. Now, drop letters have to literally be the same size as the letters that's on the coin. That's how that works. If you understand drop letters, I mean, error-reference.com is a good place to go. This one's in a little bit of a holder, but as you can see, it's a Masonic symbol, and it's been counter stamped into the coin. These can be collectible because you can identify them. These are actually given away as gifts, things like that. So as you can see, it's not a mint error, but obviously people like these. because of the subject matter. So subject matter can matter, but most counter stamps are not. And here's another coin that was cut. Give you an example. I mean, someone just playing with it, you know, whatever they're doing with it. Maybe they was trying to get it out of something. I don't know. You know, but the bottom line is, it has a hole in it. Might have been worn as jewelry sometime in the past, and someone damaged it. Now, one of the things that I do also want to share with you is looking up mint errors. Okay, one thing I want to show everyone, you come over to Heritage, and you can sign up. It's free. And you can look at the mint errors. There's 16,672 mint errors that have sold over the years at Heritage. You can go to Great Collections. You can go to Stacks and Bowers. You can do an eBay search for sold errors, which you're looking for graded ones that are sold, not ones that are raw, ungraded. And you can take a look at what something has sold for and if it's worth sending off for grading. You know, kind of help you out with maybe if you think you have something that's missing clad layer or something that is a flawed planchet. I mean, do some research, you know, learn things or learn what certain errors are. Error Dash Reference is a great place. And I can't stress it more because we're just seeing so much pocket change and damaged coins in our groups and forums, people misunderstanding things that really this video needs to be shared. You know, I can show you, I had all these coins here now. According to Etsy, I have a fortune sitting here. I would literally be able to retire for the rest of my life down in the Bahamas if I took all these coins, stuck every one of them up on Etsy, and they're really selling them on Etsy for the prices I see. I mean, I would be rich. I mean, literally. I mean, that's the problem, and this is why I battle this so much. This is why you see me going after some of these sellers and certain sites and things like that. It's not always the site's fault. I mean, I think they could do more to protect the consumer, but like I said, it is what it is. If I can educate you, the viewer, to my videos so that you don't buy them, then that puts them out of business because then they have no customers. No customers, no bad sellers. Okay, if you learn who's bad and who's not, and what's bad and what's not, and what's misrepresented and what's fake and that kind of thing. Then educate yourself. The more and more you do this, the more the hobby becomes educated as far as the collectors are concerned and the people that are searching, the less fraud we have because people know better. I mean, you can't defraud someone who's educated. And when it comes to these errors and things like that, you're not going to buy them because you're going to question them. You're going to say, why aren't they sent off? You know, it's the same thing with anything on eBay. I mean, I just can't stress it more. Educate yourself and you won't have all this fraud because it can't be fraudulent if you already know better. You know, that's the whole thing here I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to stop them, but inadvertently it should help put a dent in themselves so that they're not selling anymore and they give up on it. That's the main thing. Please share this video, guys. It needs to be shared everywhere. I mean, if a few thousand people watch this video and everybody shares it, it goes out. I mean, YouTube recommends it and it needs to be seen. People need to see this video. It's very important. This isn't about me. This isn't about my channel. This isn't about views. This is about getting this information out to as many people as possible. So like I said, thanks for watching my latest video and have a great day.